Hi, it's Jade from Mum Life, and today I'd like to talk to you about celebrating unique skills and abilities. So, no two children are exactly the same. Each one of them have different abilities, different skills, different characters, different look, and we find ourselves as parents wanting to compare them to other children. And some kids are absolutely amazing at so many different things, and some kids are amazing at just a few things. So it's really hard to compare when they're never going to be exactly the same. We might look at other people's children and think, I wish my child was good at soccer or good at dancing or was really confident. But we need to be able to celebrate what they are good at or what sort of things we love about them. There's no use telling your child that they're amazing at everything that they do when they're clearly not. I mean, what is it setting them up for? Really, I think they're going to have this unrealistic view of themselves that is then going to follow on into their adulthood, that they can do all things and they're never going to make mistakes, and that really they're going to get, as an adult, they're going to have so many setbacks and challenges, and they've got to learn that they're not wonderful at everything. They do make mistakes, and we all do. Some people are better at some things and some aren't, and that's okay. We need to help our children be aware of their strengths and their weaknesses. And it's not pointing out that they're failures or that they're no good or anything like that. It's just that we are all different and we all have different abilities in different things. You might like to teach your child that they can actually improve in some of the areas. So if they're not great at maths, I mean, you could sit down and you could do some counting games with them, and that's fine. And they may actually improve to be amazing at maths. But sometimes they may just not get it, or they may not be fantastic at it, but they might do well enough to be able to get by in school. I know with my sons, so I have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old, and when my first was born, he spoke really well very early on. He toilet trained easy, he didn't throw tantrums, he didn't go through teething. Like, he just seemed like a very easy baby to me. And then when my second son came along, he throws tantrums and he screams a lot of the nights because his teeth are coming through. He didn't talk very early on. That's another subject matter in itself. He actually had fluid on the ears, and he has actually been seeing speech pathologists for a while and specialists trying to sort out why his speech isn't coming along, and he's actually moved really far along now, so he's doing really well. But yeah, they're quite different. And I mean, like my first son, he wouldn't sit on my lap, he wouldn't want hugs, he just sort of pushed people away, definitely didn't hug strangers. And then my second son, he's so cuddly and he just loves sitting on you and giving you kisses, and I love that. But I can't compare and say, well, Isaac, I don't like you because you don't hug me. It's just, that's not his character. He's just not that affectionate, and that's all right. Just remind your kids that it's more about their attitude toward the things. Like, encourage them to give things a go, try their best, and if they don't succeed, that's all right. You know, there's gonna be setbacks in life, and they're not always gonna come first. We can just celebrate that they tried their best. I think this is also a great reminder for parents, because so often we compare ourselves to other parents. I mean, I look at people and they are so organized. They might have meals pre-made in the freezer for the next month. There's other mums that are just so well dressed and look lovely whenever they pick up their kids, and I'm like in my trackies and hoodie, and I just think, oh wow, that's be nice to be one of those parents. And I mean, and even, you know, just people that do arts and crafts every day or kick the ball with their kids every day. I'm like, who has that much energy? I mean, most of the time I'm kind of like, I try my best in all those sorts of areas, but my house is always a mess. I often buy takeout because it's like, I can't be bothered cooking tonight. And yeah, if I can't be bothered playing with them sometimes, or I'm tired, yeah, I will stick a movie on. And there's no shame in that. Like, we can't be fantastic parents all the time. It's just, I think, you know, we put so much pressure on ourselves and we compare ourselves to all these amazing parents, but really, they're just the same as us. They're not great at everything. They may look great in certain areas, but they also have downfalls in other areas. So just be reminding yourself of your unique skills and abilities. What do you do well as a parent and as an individual? So, you know, we can actually find amazing things. Like, I am good at photography and I like taking photos of my children and things, and I'm a really good cook and my kids love cooking with me and we make slices and things. So there's just a few areas that I can encourage myself, I suppose. So that's really all for today's video. Just really wanted to encourage you to do what you have with what you've got, and that your skills and abilities aren't necessarily what make you a good parent. Just remember, it's your attitude towards it. And I mean, the best thing of all is that we love our kids, and the things that we do with them is showing our love toward them, and they really appreciate any kind of attention that they get. So even if it's not, you know, cooking or playing sports or swimming or whatever skills you have got, that's what you can put into your children. And loving them is the most important job, and we all have love to give, so we can just try to do that in the best way that we can. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.